Morning.
Good morning. All right. I'm Shauna Dorsey, and welcome to the InternNE powered by Aksarben webinar. Today, we have some students with us from Omaha Central High School here to talk about a new program they've launched called InternLink. And I'm just going to turn it over really quick to Desiree and Evalina and whoever else on the team to introduce yourselves, and then we'll get into the questions.
Yes, I am Evalina Sane. I'm a senior at Omaha Central High School.
I'm Desiree Steffen, and I am also a senior at Omaha Central High School.
Excellent. Okay, so we'll get into the questions and then, we'll see where this takes us. But can you talk to me about the inspiration behind launching InternLink?
Yes, so I worked in internships starting my freshman year, and I eventually progressed to working numerous different internships during my sophomore and junior year, but I found that they were very inaccessible. I had to do a lot of outreach on my own, and when I talked to my friends or people within my network, they were often surprised by the word internship. When they asked where I worked, I would say, oh, I intern at blank, and it was often very surprising to them. So I think just the stereotype around internships and how they're so like prestigious and often only offered to a selective group of people. Our goal is just to disprove that and prove that internships are accessible and they can really prepare anyone anywhere. And so many students lack exposure to like the professional world. Many high school students work in either food industries or retail, but we want to really broaden this exposure and really offer professional opportunities to students within our school specifically, and then hopefully as this project expands, a larger community.
Yeah. So InternLink aims to bridge the gap, providing hands-on experience and mentorships that prepare students for their future careers.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a 2-semester course that we're leading this through. This is to balance like the learning and then the application process of internships. So the first semester is basically just the foundational skills like networking, personal communication, personal branding, and this is all going to be through assignments that we give them and like personal exercises. So some of those assignments will include like personality and interest quizzes just to find out what they like, what they're into, what their best career option would be, creating a LinkedIn account, resume building, cold emailing, like all these skills that you would need for a regular internship that we would focus on next semester.
Mm-hmm. That's really great. And so it's interesting, just as an aside, I was at an event at UNK the other day where we were presenting to a group of high school students, and one of my fellow panelists asked the group, it was about, let's say 50 kids, 50 students. I'm sorry, I do not like to call you guys kids, but 50 students. They asked, how many of you are planning to have a job this summer? And like 90% of the students raised their hands. And then they asked, how many, keep your hands raised if those are internships versus just like a summer job, like you said, retail, something like that. And only one person kept their hand raised. So there is a huge disconnect, I think, between the business side of this and the student side. So a lot of opportunity. Desi, you just started talking through what the 2-semester structure looks like. Can you talk to me about how you two decided on that format?
Yes, so we want to create a balance between actual like preparation and then experience. So second semester, they will actually be working the internship. They will be aligned with the industry that they're passionate about pursuing in their career, but we want to make them feel like they are prepared to enter this work field. I mean, it's typically unprecedented for them to have experience in like a professional realm already. So they need to be equipped with the skills and the experience to collaborate with people in that field, to communicate, and even to dress professionally, even like the more minimal aspects that we don't always think about and consider. And then also we really want to guide them and ensure that the internship we align them with is coincides with their career ambitions and their personality and all of that. So we want this to truly be a guiding process. We don't want them to feel like they're alone in this. And also, given that we are students as well, I think we can really connect with them on a personal level. So yeah.
That's great. Okay, so how do you plan to match? Like what criteria will you use to match students with internships?
Do we talk about the quizzes?
Yeah, so We actually sent an assignment, I think yesterday, where it was just a personality quiz. I think it was around 50-ish questions, and it was all about what are your interests? Would you be interested in pursuing this type of career? It was all sorts of questions from just like welding to just maybe working in a business, in a office, arts, baking, anything. It was a whole bunch of questions, kind of see how their personality is. There was a bunch of personality questions too, like are you an introvert, are you an extrovert? And we handed these out to our students, and we just kind of want to see where they're at, see how they're at with like personal skills. If they're more an outgoing person, we want to kind of match them with more of an outgoing profession. But if they're more quiet and reserved, we kind of want to match them up with an internship that would best fit their kind of description of their personality.
Yes, and we do want to be mentors and provide guidance, but we also don't want to just hand them an internship. So we also want to encourage them to pursue their own research. We've provided them with an Excel sheet of over 200 companies in Nebraska accepting interns, and we encourage them to research them and do further just research on the companies that have like their specified majors or are in their certain career field. I've like individually worked with students and gone through and highlighted every single company that relates to like a STEM field, for example, or I did one with hospitality. So providing like a basis for them, I think is helpful, but really encouraging them to do their own research as well.
Yeah, that's really important. And just like giving the students agency, but then also ownership of their path. So that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so how do you believe InternLink will impact students both academically and professionally?
Mhm.
So we really want to enhance the students' academic efficiency, but also build their like professional confidence. So academically, InternLink will enhance students' academic focus by fostering skills like time management, critical thinking, effective communication, and these are all going to be through assignments that we provide to them. So slowly, we're going to start giving them assignments that are more like signing up for a LinkedIn account, building a resume. This is how you cold email. Like send us a and we're going to show them an example of like a bad cold email and then a good cold email, like things like that that'll build kind of their professional way of communication. And then professionally, through the working the actual internship, students will gain the firsthand experience in their fields of interest. They'll build valuable connections, develop a professional identity, all which are crucial for future career success.
Yes. And also with this is like an individual study. So they are enrolled in an actual course, but they're not participating in a physical class. So I think it's a valuable skill to be able to manage the assignments, to be able to keep up with like our messages and to really hold yourself accountable. I think one of the main skills we're teaching is accountability because we're not there to guide you every single day. We are providing you with the resources and the information, but you have to take sort of ambition and take the initiative and do it on your own as well.
Yes, critical skill, especially as you get started, because sometimes it's not as easy to land that first position. And once you do, how do you make sure that you're standing out as a candidate who is responsible and accountable and all those things that will make a difference? So that's so great. Every time I talk to you two, I'm like, this is so good. I love it so much. Okay, so can you talk to us about how you plan to involve local businesses or organizations? And I don't know if we have a question on here yet about that, but I will also ask later, how can businesses better support you? So let's just start with, how do you plan to involve them?
Yes. So businesses will serve, especially local businesses, will serve a critical role in polishing the mentors and polishing the students, sorry, through their own mentorship and through really demonstrating the intricacies of their specific business career. And also by accepting interns, I believe that businesses will sort of like augment the interest in that given career field and support a continued growth in their respective industry. Um, the youth are the ones that will shape our future, and the workforce is one of the best places for that to occur. So by accepting these interns, I think the businesses are not only helping themselves, the community, the students, but also just their general career field as well.
Yeah, that's great. And how about what role teachers or faculty play in supporting students in the semesters?
Yeah, so to ensure that students are getting like the best care and opportunities, we plan on making teachers and faculty an extra support But also like Evalina and I will be there too. Like we are, like she said, we are perspective. We are right there with them. We are their age. We understand what kind of is going on. We're also high school students ourselves. We understand that there's other workload. We understand there's sports. So we're kind of like a more personal connection. But if they need kind of just more professional help about something, they can obviously go to our teachers, our faculty. We have great staff here, really helpful staff. But yeah, we will serve as mentors, providing guidance and feedback throughout the program. So.
Okay. And then on the second part of the question, how would you handle students who might struggle with that professional preparation, including like code emailing, like you mentioned, creating and managing their LinkedIn profiles, all that good stuff?
Yeah, so we kind of hope that our assignments will teach them how to do that because we were really concerned about just making an internship program and then throwing them into an internship when no one really knows how to do that. So, like the first semester is set up on teaching them how to do that. And we're also, our door's always open to talk, how to chat, be like, hey, I'm having a concern about this and this. Um, they're having a concern about something, and then they can just always talk to us about anything. Yeah.
Okay. So final last question, and then I have others. But what support or resources do you believe you and the school administration would need to offer this program? I'm sorry, for this program to be successful?
Yes, so we're hosting an event coming this winter, and the event would be purposed with providing students with specific resources like professional attire. There will be like interview preparation. It's like the suit up event that was hosted by MAC, yes, and we hope to sort of replicate that format and help students actually obtain like the more tangible resources that they will need. But from staff specifically, I think support, as always, just creating and fostering an atmosphere in which the students are encouraged to pursue this and really internalize the benefits of working an internship.
Okay.
Yes.
So I know that I just want to give a little bit of background to you about like how all of this stuff came to be as far as the collaboration between your program and Intern Nebraska. So you two reached out to us, which I always appreciate. I sometimes miss emails, but I love it when students reach out to us to ask for support. But when you shared with us that you were starting your own program to connect students to these resources and internships, I was like, how amazing is that, that you're taking ownership of this process and also creating opportunities for other students. So that's incredible. So let's talk about like you basically are doing the very thing yourselves that you're going to be encouraging students to do. So talk to me a little bit about like why you decided to reach out to Intern Nebraska, and also a little bit about how that collaboration with us and the business community like Midlands African Chamber is helping you get the things done that you want to do.
So we kind of wanted to reach out to Intern Nebraska because we had already previously heard about it and we knew that it was kind of close by, but also it's just a great program. We looked on your website before and we saw the list of hundreds of different companies, and we already knew that you guys were a nonprofit, very helpful. So we just wanted to reach out and see if you guys would be interested in either giving us guidance or a partnership, and thankfully you guys were open to a partnership. And so we just wanted to provide the best, almost like care for our students and best opportunities for our students. And so you guys were the best way to do that. And you guys kind of already had businesses lined up. So we are like, can we use these businesses to provide our students with better opportunities, better care, better like professional handling?
Mm-hmm.
Super smart. And so one of the things that we're huge proponents of at Intern Nebraska is partnership. It's like the only way we get things done. We too are a two-ish person team. It's me and Megan, and then we have a person in Scottsbluff. She only works 25% of the time. So we're a 2.25 person team, very small. But the only way we're able to get all this stuff done is because of partnerships. So I love that that's what you're leading with. And I am really excited to work with the business community to help them get more involved in what you're working on, because I totally agree that, or I am a proponent of, I should say, of businesses kind of putting, what am I saying? Having skin in the game. So not just showing up to career fairs and doing guest speaking, which is all super important, but really getting involved in initiatives like this to help students prepare to be great candidates, no matter what company they go to, because it all matters. Like all workforce development work matters. So are there any final things you want to share with us before we wrap up this morning?
I think we're just very eager about this program, and we're so thankful for all of our support we've received, not only from Intern Nebraska, you, Shauna, specifically, but also through Midlands African Chamber. And yes, we're very excited for this, and we have our course created, established. We have students already completing assignments. So yes, we're
We're
very
really
excited.
excited to kind of get our community involved too.
Yes.
We really want to embrace the Omaha community with this. Omaha community is great. We're really trying to get our students involved, and providing them with internships within Nebraska, within Omaha specifically, is a great way to just build up our community, build up communication within our community, and just help the young students in Omaha succeed.
100%. Okay, one more question. I keep coming up with them. So for your incoming cohort, what are the main areas of interest of this group? Like what do they want to do in their internships?
Yes, it's been rather expansive. I think we sent out an initial survey just to gauge interest, and it was split relatively equally between like marketing, business, finance, hospitality. We had some STEM interests. So yeah, I would say it's very like expansive in just the general interest, but I think that's better, honestly, just
Yeah.
that students are really exploring and we're
Okay.
getting a wide variety of interest.
Yeah, like personally, I'm more interested in like the business side and the marketing fields. But I
Mhm.
know a few of my friends that are doing the internship program, they're like, oh, I want to know more about hospitality and specifically like working in hospitals and like kind of the sciencey aspect. And we know that some people are also interested in like the finance and also just STEM too.
Yes, or even trades. This isn't just like a college preparation. I
Yeah.
think acknowledging that trades are equally as important, and we have people interested in pursuing that as well. So
That's awesome. Yep, great jobs in that space as well. How many students are in the first cohort? Sorry, I can't get that word out.
yes, we have about 13 right now currently enrolled. We're still recruiting. Hopefully we can reach 20, but yes, we're going to continue our outreach.
Okay. And then what would success look like at the end of, let's see, so when you get to second semester, what are you hoping for as far as placement goes? Like 100% would be awesome, right? But
Yes.
uh-huh.
Yes, we're hoping for 95% of successful course completion because this is a pass or fail sort of course. They will be receiving grades for this. And then we are hoping for 100% internship placement, whether that's pursuing an internship in the summer or in the spring, but we're hoping to align every single student with an internship by the end.
Okay. And in your first semester, so that's right now, right? That's happening right now, or is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it is right now. Okay.
Yes.
Are there things right now that while you're in that first semester and students are preparing for their internships that businesses can do to support you right now?
I think reaching out to us and just demonstrating their interest in being being a support in this program and offering internships to the students that we have enrolled. I think that would be wonderful as well.
Yeah, like any businesses that are kind of open to hiring high school students as paid internships, definitely like reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to see which students are interested in that specific career path. But yeah, just kind of we'll obviously be reaching out to businesses throughout while we go. The students will be reaching out to businesses too about their specific internship that they want to work for. But then also just having companies kind of there. They're like, hey, we're here if you need us.
Okay, good deal. Well, this is again, like literally one of my favorite things. And so I'm excited to see where you two take this and to watch it grow and to see more programs like this launch in high schools. I think it's so important when it's student led as well. So that's awesome. But any final things, and then we will really wrap up this time.
I do not believe so. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank
to
you so
this.
much.
You're welcome. And let's stay on, but I'm gonna end the call really quick.